What up, dogs? Welcome back to Garo Clicker Heroes. Rawr. Let's get right back into it, shall we? Last episode, I am naming it right now. It was Garo Clicker Heroes 231 Part 3. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that last episode, man. We did some stuff and some things. We bought Atlas. We leveled up Atlas to 525. And we're going to continue leveling up Atlas because he's the greatest. And also, look at this. We haven't slowed down a bit. We're already at 800, level 800. And I'm going to guess like we're not going to slow down for a while as well. Yeah, it's slow going. That's because we're forced to like fight 8 or 9 enemies per level, and it's a long haul. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. But yeah, we're chugging along here. I had a slight, thought or inclination that we might have gilded Atlas prematurely here, but that has gone away. That has basically gone to the wayside here. Because I'm just looking right now and I'm seeing, yeah, we're probably just gonna keep coasting up until we start slowing down, and maybe like the late or early thousands. That's a huge gap right there, though. Late or early thousands. I was gonna say late thousands, 1100, but some people are gonna make fun of me because 1100 is not late thousands. It's like the earliest of the thousands that you can get. So, thought I'd save myself a little bit of indignity right there. But, at a certain point, I guess I just asked for it. Just, like, set myself up for these trollings that I receive from all of my YouTube subscribers. All. I'm talking mainly of Den Ali. Mr. Den Ali, shout out to Den Ali. Dude is a troll master. Troll master over here. I don't know how old you are, Ben, Mr. Ali, but I don't know if you know this, but people pay y'all to troll like professionally on like websites to like alter perceptions of like reality, basically. Simple like controlling the populace using like a form of mind control that you can use technology for. It's pretty simple stuff, but yeah. So you can be paid to do that. I'm pretty sure people pay handsomely too, because it's a very important job. Like controlling the minds of the sheeple that live in America, and you gotta get like 300 separate Twitter accounts so you can tweet like the same thing over and over again and create like a trending topic because been tweeted over and over again by you yourself. It's a lot of little like things. Hackers these days don't even hack shit no more. The real hackers still do, obviously, but like hackers these days, like modern hackers, I guess, are considered just like that's exactly what they do. Like they control like the reactions of news by creating like 500 Twitter accounts and tweeting simultaneously on all of them, like their opinion, and that becomes like the prevailing opinion. Basically, it's a way of once again just controlling the minds of the regular American citizens like cattle. It's herding the cattle basically, man. If if the shepherd's flock of sheep is going astray, they get their dog to like pull them back using very persuasive methods. That's all it is. Do I fall for it? You know what? I probably have, and I just never realized it. I cannot tell you a single moment in time where I have been just like, oh yeah, I fell for that one. I fell for that obvious like propaganda that I was being fed through my like Facebook feed. Couldn't tell you a time where I've like noticed that happen, but I can guarantee you that it probably has happened. I probably have it. Oh, here's one. Here's a big one actually that a lot of people sort of like fell into as well. I don't know who like orchestrated this, but it's very masterfully done. It was around the time right after Captain America: Civil War came out. Great movie, awesome movie. Came out, and that was also right after what's it called? It was also right after Batman v Superman, which no one really liked too much. And then this sparked like the whole debates between like, oh, what's better, DC or Marvel? It used to be like no one really cared before, but now that there's like the DC cinematic universe and the Marvel cinematic universe, and they're sort of like there's like people don't like the DC one, even though they went to go watch it just because, you know, to see if it was any good, and a lot of people like, I guess, misconstrued a lot of the information and the intents and like the acting. I mean, I'm not going to say Batman vs Superman was a great movie. It was a good movie, but there was definitely like a lot of like faults to it. Whereas with the Marvel movies, there are no faults to those. There's zero zero mistakes made, I believe, in any of those movies. In the way they were like produced and like written and like promoted. Very few of them. A couple of the Iron Mans didn't hit, you know, they were hit or miss. But definitely like the Avengers ones definitely were like huge. I guess that's what they were trying to do with Batman v Superman. They're supposed to set up like a Justice League thing going on, but wasn't really as effective as the Avengers ones were. But regardless, yeah. So people got that. People were doing the whole like DC is like falling right now in like every aspect, and Marvel's like winning in every aspect. Then came out like the Marvel comic book that was like that portrayed Captain America as like a member of Hydra, who's like, "Hail Hydra," you know, and people were making memes about it because they thought it was so fucking ridiculous that Captain America was actually a Nazi the whole time, apparently. So they made fun of it. Of course they wanted to like ridicule it, and all you could see online was like memes of Captain America just being like having an overlay over him from like a different superhero, and they were doing like a similar like plot twists in like other superheroes universes. Like Spider-Man was like, "Fuck responsibility." Deadpool was like, "Oh, I hate chimichangas." It's like a bunch of like hilarious memes off of like this one comic that Marvel put out where Captain America is actually Hydra. Then everybody hated it. It was like the prevailing like opinion. It was like, oh yeah, it's garbage. Captain America should definitely not be a part of Hydra. Definitely they fucked up. But then here's the thing though. I sort of like went along with it. I didn't do like any research. I was just like, yeah, I just saw the like panel, the one panel where he was like, "Hail Hydra." And I was just like, oh yeah, they fucked up. That's definitely wrong. They shouldn't do that. And I saw that, and I formulated my opinion, and read the few articles or whatever, saw the memes. I was like, oh yeah, it's definitely like just a big mess up on their end. Should never happen. Should never happen ever again. But it turns out, if you didn't know this, well now, if you don't know, now you know. It turns out like the panel that they took from that comic that Marvel released recently was apparently from like a separate sort of like what do I call it? Separate series of books where they're showing like alternate universes of like superheroes and seeing like, oh, like I guess like some shit happened, like some happened with like the Watchers or something, and they're going like, and they changed reality in some way, and then a bunch of different heroes were actually like changed in like very huge ways, and one of them was Captain America, who was secretly like undercover Hydra. So it's not part of like the regular universe. It's not like, oh hey, Captain America was always a part of Hydra. No. He was always Captain America. It's just in this one series of books in this one storyline where the reality has literally been shifted, he's Hydra. So everyone was going crazy over this because they're like, no, Captain America's always been a patriot, but I mean, here's reference, this is one of his older things, why would he do this if he was Hydra? Well, it's because he wasn't Hydra in those older ones. He's literally just Hydra in that one comic, in that one panel that they released, in that one series of books, from that, because of it's not connected to the regular universe. And after I heard that, I was just like, oh wow, I didn't know that. I guess I was wrong, huh? I guess I shouldn't have jumped the gun on there. But by that point, like, the damage had been done. Everyone was like, oh, everyone who was rooting Team Cap and for Bucky in like the books, or sorry, in the movies, Captain America: Civil War, they're just like, no Team Cap, we're gonna change to Team Iron Man now. Whoopsies. There's a little meme, little gif of what's it called? A Homer Simpson who just backs into the bush and changes his shirt like immediately. It's really, really funny. But yeah, dude, that was one way that social media sort of, they either jumped the gun and was just like overly sensitive about this, but also like, if you're reading the comic books and keeping track of them, you're not gonna like post them and then like, if you're a fan, and just be like, oh, this is bullshit, because you would understand like, oh, this is a separate universe, it doesn't really count. I believe it was, once again, just like the media, or hackers, like modern hackers, just trying to alter perceptions of human beings because they felt, oh, Marvel, we got a little too big for their britches, so we're gonna bring them down a peg. And this is what modern trolls do these days. The modern trolls / hackers, they just create a bunch of memes and repost them, post and repost them on separate like Twitter accounts to ensure that their point of view is like hyper realized, basically. And that, my friend Dan Ali, is probably what you should be doing with your life. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, like, it's pretty, if you want to put in the work, if you want to research, like, the job description and where you can get the work from, what companies to go to, what you'd be interested in doing, and how you would like to influence people's perceptions of reality through social media, that, that could be your thing, dog. That could be your thing. And, I would totally support that. As long as you don't tell people to vote for Trump, because that's like evil, That's absolutely just like evil and stuff. Don't do that, please. Please don't do that. Like, I'm serious right now. Don't do it. Promise me you won't do it, and I promise never to tell anyone about your 589 Twitter accounts that you used to herd your flock of human sheep into believing anything you tell them. It's my courtesy to you, as long as you show a little bit of courtesy to me, my friend. Me, my friend, and I. Me, myself, and Irene. Here we go. We're starting to slow down a little bit, it looks like. I mean, at this point... Oh, there's Lagomorph of Cerebrnog. Lagomorph, my friends, is the scientific notation, scientific word for bunny rabbit. And Cerebrnog, I believe, is what's it called? It's a reference to Monty Python, is where they're fighting the little bunny rabbit. I think it was like Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Really, really funny movie. Check it out if you get a chance. But yeah, one of the knights who's supposed to be like, it's hilarious. He's supposed to be brave, but then he turns out to be a coward, and they just sing about him. It's a really funny thing. Definitely check it out. But apparently he fights the rabbit or the bunny of Cerebrnog or whatever. So they call this one the Lagomorph of Cerebrnog, and that turns him into a funny little Turns into a funny little, what's the word? What am I trying to say? Reference. Yeah, they're referencing that. You know what? We're just gonna get this guy Atlas to level 1,000. He's doing a ton of damage. He's gonna boost up a little bit, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment if you're enjoying the series thus far. I know I am. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.